Hi guys, what's up? It's Joel Pitt here, back with another video, and in this video it will be for Britain's Got Talent 2022 episode 9 semi-final 1. I'll leave a link down below to episode 8, which was the last of auditions 8 week 7. Now, since it's the live shows, there are going to be spoilers, so if you've not seen it if you're not seeing it on the day or whatever, or you've not caught up, don't watch this video, because I will be telling you who's in it. Like, they tell you which acts every day are going to be announced, because before they used to have a separate episode which they said you're through, you're not. They're basically doing it on the night, or like when it ends they'll be telling you the next acts for the next semi-final. So yeah, that's going to be spoiled, as well as who's getting through, of course. So without further ado, let's get on with it. So the first act that was announced was Mel Day. So he was the soul singer. He was like 77 or something. We then had Susie Wilde, who was doing impressions. So basically, Lorraine Kelly, Janet Street Porter, all them, Stacey Solomon. Then we had Junwoo, that's how his name's actually pronounced, but it's spelled Junwoo. He was the guy who was doing the card tricks. Just incredible. Then we had Jamie Leahy, who was the ventriloquist with the chicken. We had the Witches, well, of course, was doing scary magic. We had the London Community Gospel Choir. Then we had Born to Perform, who were them dancers. Then we had Maxwell Thorpe, who was the busker, who did amazing opera singing. We had the Can at the start. Anton Deck came down on a heart. So yeah, Mel Day was up first. She was doing some James Brown songs. Now, normally in the semi-final and the final, you don't really get buzzes, but then if they're really, really bad, they do get buzzed. If something dramatically goes wrong. Then Born to Perform, I was a bit 50-50 really, they were good, but I don't think they were that, it's like, the judges may like it, but when, because it's like the audience, well, or like the public are voting, it all depends on what they like. So it's like, you could really like an act, but like some other people in the public might not like the same act as you. So it's like, it's like you want them to win, but they don't want them to win and all that. So it's like really, really hard to like see your favourites going all. Then we had Susie Wilde. Some of the impressions were better than the others, and then like she was like looking at a card all the time. I think like it's probably what to say, but it just wasn't professional really, I don't think. But yeah, 0 buzzes as well. But I would have just buzzed, I didn't particularly like her audition was better than her semi-final there, I think. Then we had the London Community Gospel Choir. I like their song choice, and the judges did too, 0 buzzes. The Witches, I don't think it was that scary. At one point, David and Alicia were laughing, so it was more in a comedy, and it just got boring. And then there was like a rat in a box. There was a countdown thing as well before the Witches, some technical error, I think, which we shouldn't have really seen. Yeah, and then so like we had their like fears. So David's was tapeworm, Amanda was rodents, Alicia's was an earwig, and then Simon Cowell was maggots. But then there was like joking stuff, so like something about David Hasselhoff reforming Mystique, a 10-year contract for David, and then losing the number of my plastic surgeon for Simon. Yeah, disappeared after 0 buzzes. Then Jamie Leahy next. I love him. Alicia loves him. Like, I think most of the judges love him. Yeah, funny, 0 buzzes. Then we had Junwoo, which he had cards, he had CDs that was like colour changing, amazing. Now the problem with it, like, I think he's good at magic, but sometimes some people might think, oh, he's from a different country. I don't know whether he would get on the side of like Great British public since he's from South Korea or that, because sometimes in the past when there's been someone from another country, the English one or the British one has always got through, because it's Britain's Got Talent. But, you know, like, most of the time, that, you know, Attraction were from another country. They won, and, you know, there's been other acts that have got through to the final, which are that good, who are from different countries. So, who knows? Then we had Maxwell Thorpe, incredible, like, you know, he's, like, nervous, but then when he just sings, it just sounds amazing. No buzzes. He sounds a bit like, sort of like a Paul Potts, you know, and also, well, because he won the first series, and then Jay McDowell, who I think won series 5, he was the other sort of like, he was Scottish, yeah, Scottish singer as well. Then we had the cast of Moulin Rouge come on. So, like, here's how it works. Basically, the top 3 acts gets chosen, then they announce the one with the most votes, they go through. Then it's down to the judges to decide which one out of the 2 should go through. If it's a tie, it then goes to the public, so whoever's the second place, you know, goes through. So Susie Wilde was going home, The Witches was going home, Maxwell Thorpe was in the top 3, Mel Day was going home, the London Choir were going home, Jonu was in the top 3, and then it was between Jamie Line and Born to Perform, who I forgot to say was David's golden buzzer, and Jamie was in the top 3, and then Born to Perform were going home. And the first was Maxwell Thorpe. They really loved him, and then so it was a choice between Jamie and Jonu. So David went for Jamie, Alicia went Jonu, Amanda went Jamie, and then Simon decided to take it to the public, so went Jonu, and the public decided that Jamie was second place. They really liked him. But yeah, like, so that just shows, you know, people probably did like The Magician, but, like, maybe not that many, just because it's from a different country. Maybe I'm honestly not sure, but yeah. So that is all for this video. I'll tell you who's in semi-final 2 on the next video, which will be on tonight. But thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.